From fruits to veggies, let's see how this important food group is grown.
Gardening isn't just about growing food. It's about growing connection. Across the country, people are rediscovering the simple joy of planting something and watching it thrive.
The greenhouse and horticulture industry in the United States really has evolved over the last 100 years. You know, we used to sell items in what we called a bunch. Folks going out into the field, picking whether it be tomatoes or cabbage plants and then wrapping it in a rubber band tie and then it going to market. Where, you know, today we've got, whether it be glass houses or hoop houses that are spread out across the country, and we're growing those using things like potting line automation. We've got racks, we've got carts, we've got trucks, we've got supply chain infrastructure that helps make sure it gets to the market where it needs to be. And, you know, we're working with R&D partners to make sure that our genetics are the best for the markets that they're in.
Gardening has a really incredible and long history in the United States, and it has positive impacts on mental health, physical health, overall well-being.
If you just put your phone or all the devices away and you just get into your garden and grow beautiful peppers, tomatoes, and everything, I promise that you will feel way better.
When you have a home garden, that food is coming, just feet or yards from where you grew it. And the confidence that we can have in the freshness of that food that's coming from our garden creates a chance to enjoy that really, really fresh, high quality food that, oftentimes we miss out on.
From backyards to balconies, more people are realizing that you don't need acres of land to start a garden. A little sunlight, some soil, and the willingness to learn can make growing your own food possible anywhere.
I grew up around the business, so I have a dad that had a 20-plus year career here. I've got uncles, I've got grandparents that are still involved in the business. So for me, the legacy is extremely important. It's about delivering the right plants in the right place at the right time with quality that's unmatched. Whether, we're delivering to your local mom and pop garden center down the street, or we're delivering to the Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart or Tractor Supply that's in the major metropolitan area, we want to make sure that our quality is consistent and it's the best that our end consumers can get.
We're using technology here at Bonnie Plants to connect with modern gardeners through tools like AI and predictive analytics. Through those new technologies, we can make a very smart production schedule, which then tells our operators what to grow. Once those plants are grown, they can make it into store, driving right plant, right place, right time, and ultimately that is what the modern consumer is looking for.
For more than 100 years, Bonnie Plants has been helping people experience the joy of gardening. With high-quality starter plants grown close to home, Bonnie Plants makes it easy for anyone to grow fresh food, no matter their space or experience.
70 growing locations, coast to coast, border to border. That really helps us dial in the plants and the products for that local climate. So it starts in your local climate, finishes in your local climate in your garden. So the plant is in the same place from start to finish, which that helps a ton. We grew really fast during the late 80s and the early 90s. And that was great. The expansion was great, grew very fast. However, we learned that in order to meet our customers' needs in those niche markets, we really need to expand our varieties.
We grow different product in different locations, different peppers in different climates. Out west, they like to have New Mexico big gems. And here in Alabama, we like the Tabasco and jalapenos.
We've got over 250 varieties to help meet that local consumer's needs. Whether, again, you're in Utah or you're in Alabama or you're in New York, you can typically go to the Bonnie Rack and find a local variety that's tailored to your needs.
Auburn University is really grateful for our partnership with Bonnie Plants. We have the Tony and Liberaine Culinary Center, and on that rooftop, we have an incredible garden, primarily supplied by Bonnie Plants. We get to bring community members and students up to that garden to have a real farm-to-table experience in a world and an environment, especially where our young people are so isolated. Gardening creates this space for students to be healthy, to engage with the outdoors and with plants and with each other, to both be healthy physically, but also to be healthy mentally and socially.
Through programs like Grow More, Feed More, and the third grade cabbage program, Bonnie Plants is inspiring a new generation of gardeners, nurturing wellness, sustainability, and community through this simple act of planting.
The Bonnie Plants Foundation is enhancing lives through plants. With the cabbage program, we've shipped to 45 states this past year, almost 800 classrooms, and 60,000 cabbages to students. And with that, each state has a winner, and they will win a $1,000 scholarship. They'll submit a picture of their cabbage, how big it is. We've had cabbages that were over 60 pounds before. Pretty big cabbages for little third graders.
Our food system is so broad and so vast, and sometimes it can create this really tremendous distance that we have from our food, and gardening helps to close that distance a little bit. And so I'm really excited to see where, the future of gardening goes and how we can engage with Bonnie in creating, a better future for our communities and the students that we work with.
For more information, visit bonnieplants.com.